All right, the HRE and the Ayubids. And we're going to watch this game in exactly 20 seconds. I need to go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The legend Extremis and the Dashzero battling it out for supremacy. The Holy Roman Empire and the Ayubids competing for dominance in this age of empires. And it appears, we got a little Dark Age action going on here. The Ayubids are going to be doing some shenanigans. Might be a barracks opening. They're going to build a house down there and a barracks. Interesting. And we've got a barracks opening from Dashzero. I did a little research on these players. Dashzero is the American in this matchup, so we wish them the very best. They also appear to be a Love Alive fan, so unfortunate, but we're gonna wish them the best anyway. Just in the range of that merchant camp, and we're going to have a little Dark Age fun. The audio for this game is really well done. Really nice. All right, we've got a prelate buffing nothing. And you know what? I relate to this guy. Oh, he's buffing this guy. Oh, there's like 7 guys here. Well, I'll eat that crow. Look at them. They're all just inside the town center. They're just chilling right there. Excellent work with the sheep. Yeah. All right. Merchant camp secured. Are we going after the wolves' dens? The answer may surprise you. The answer is yes, we are. So there we go. A little bit more a fast-paced game that we got going on in the last one. It appears that we are looking at these deer. The spearmen are off to the races. And here comes a spearman to attempt to help them put this wolf den down. The wolves are soon to arrive. And here are the wolves. Alright, they're going to play Ring Around the Rosie with the scout while the spearman burns the den. Good stuff. Well played. This den remains untouched. The wolves are still sleeping. Oh! Dashzero says, I don't care about no wolf dens. I care about burning down your barracks and taking your merchant camp. And he's definitely taking the merchant camp. Look at that. Oh, look at that! Look how he did that. He just did one of these maneuvers. That's cool. Alright. Merchant camp's being taken down. Barracks has gone idle. 3 is enough for me, says Dashzero. And we've got some gold mining going on. Quite a bit of gold mining. We got 7 people on gold. Wow. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. The Ayubid base, we've got... Oh, looks like we ran out of sheep. And so we'll just build this with everybody else. Ooh, the Ayubids have just enough to age up. Yeah, they need to find some more food. They're going to have to go back on their berries. Or get their scout back home. They did successfully burn down that wolf den, so works well for them. And it appears that they are going to go burn the other wolf den. Interesting. They're not going to try to contest these HRE spearmen. They're just going to go take that extra $150 and go home. Oh no, the wolves! The wolves! Those 5 sheep are like the only sheep that they've secured so far this game. Nothing's come home yet. My question is, I wonder what... Yeah, so far Dashzero seems to be putting themselves in a bit of a better spot. And we've got... Okay, a little bit of idle time. It happens. You know, it happens to the best of us. Happens to me all the time. You know, happens to be in real life. You know, sometimes I'll just find myself sort of standing around. You know, or you walk into a room and you forget why you're even there. And that's just the way life goes, you know. Professionals, they don't do stuff like that. They don't have that kind of idle time. They know exactly what's going on. And we're burning this house. Smart. That's why you don't want to build a house out here, because these angry Germans will come and burn your house down. That's also why you don't want to criticize the Rising Empire staff. A lot of angry Germans. Up with the Aachen, and let's see how they're going to transition from their Dark Age aggression. And the Ayyubids have been housed. It's happening. Building an outpost on the gold. And how are we looking on food? They managed to get some food. They're getting all this deer over here. Good stuff. Did they ever make it back with their scout? I don't think they did. Is their scout dead? Did he fall in combat? Where is the scout? There's the German scout. There he is. Okay. Whew. That would have been bad. Yeah, a lot of folks going on food now. Interesting. Aged up at the military wing. Yeah, this age up is super duper delayed. They did a whole lot of stuff. It's still housed. Ooh, this hurts. This really hurts. They've been housed for a while. They must have lost like 3 yeah. The HRE is ahead by 5 villagers. They're at age up. And they've already burned down your barracks and your house. Blacksmith is here. Aachen is here. Aachen's got a very interesting placement here. I mean, it's not... You get wood, right? It'll be good farms eventually. And we've got a nice, weird little comp going here. We got some man-at-arms. We got some spears, a little archer. Throw a horseman or two in there. And, yeah, totally unprotected gathering here. Oh, meanwhile, the spearmen have engaged. The Ayyubid spearmen have engaged into the gold at the HRE base. Interesting. Very interesting. Nice little poke. Nice little poke by the Ayyubid player. Meanwhile, the Germans are amassing outside of the Ayyubid base, and there's quite a few of them. That's quite a few Germans. But Extremis knows exactly what they want to do. They want to make some camels. Oh, look at him go! He was floating there for a sec. The Desert Raider, the most frustrating unit in the game, besides perhaps the Mangadai. I do love whenever, professionals use Mangadai, because every caster says, oh, here's how you beat Mangadai, and then says something completely different. Same thing goes with Desert Raiders. Oh, here's how you beat Desert Raiders, and everyone has a different way to do it, and then every time you try it, it doesn't work. But we're about to see how they do against this little, Oh, he did not A-click. He just clicked. Ooh. Nah, keep going, brother. The fastest way out is through. And the archers are shooting the Desert Raider. Sad. Alright. Back to the Ayyubid base. We've got a pretty well protected gold vein, but that gold is a little guy. 1,600 gold. Not going to get you too far. Scout is still chilling at the base. And we got about 11 idle food villagers at the HRE base. Yes, the Dark Age was, I would say, pretty close to flawless from the HRE player. Yeah, Feudal Age is where it gets rough. And we're going to do our farm transition right now. We're doing it right now. All right, we still have quite a few units over here just chilling outside the Ayyubid base. Kind of missed his window for attack there, because all these deer are pretty much gone. I guess he could still go in there and cause a ruckus. And the Desert Raider is shooting. We got an engagement. And, yep, mopped up. This archer has 1 health left, and he is said, nope, not today. Neither player has any upgrades from the blacksmith. Oh, but Extremis is aging up. I don't know how I missed that. Extremis is aging up. They built 2 Desert Raiders, and they aged up.
Bagel the Bat.
Woo.
Said greetings from Florida Ghost. Shout out to Gami on her birthday.
Yes, shout out to your grandmother. Happy birthday, dear Gami. Meanwhile, Dashzero says, I don't think I can take this crazy Ayubid player. He's too nuts for me. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I got to get these farms going. You know, I mortgaged my land. Now the bank wants my land back. I have to get these farms going. This farming stuff's harder than it looks. And Ayubids beat HRE to the age up. It looks like HRE had a bit of idle time on their villagers, too.
Bagel the Bat. Said she says thank you very much.
You're welcome, Gami. Shout out. Big shout outs to Gami in Florida. And we've got an engagement. The dervishes, all 3 dervishes have gone after this one relic. And they are fleeing for their lives. And they have successfully fled for their lives. Got a couple sheep over here. Just chilling. And you got the relic, just drop it off. And that's what you do, right? If you have religious units in no religious building, you want to go get your relics and drop them off. The Ayubids, they benefit from relics like everybody else does, but the real benefit is denying the relics from the HRE player. HRE just goes dummy mode when they get the relics. And this dervish may not survive long enough. But he's scooting, man. He's just a little bit slower than those archers. And this guy is going to go over here and get this guy. Man, there's a lot of stuff going on in this game now. 2 dervish, and I think we're about to get some camel lancers. Yes. Oh, he's just going for the sacred site? Okay. I mean, sure. Why wouldn't you? And we've got the Regnits coming. All right. So, Dashzero thinks they can defend all these relics while this Regnits goes up. Going up with 11, not particularly quickly, not particularly slowly. Pretty standard Regnits age up. What Dashzero could do is just get one of these Ronin. Just send him over here to deal with this. And so far, yeah, only 2 relics left for the HRE player to take, really. Dervishes have dervished. They've done their dervish duties. Look at him go, man. He is taking the scenic route. I mean, it is quite the nice view. He's going to get bit in the behind by a wolf. It's crazy that the dervish can self-heal. Really good unit. Really solid unit. Like those dervishes. Alright, the Ayubids built themselves a nice little castle-age force. Ooh, we've got Ghulams. Those Ghulams are going to do a lot of damage. I mean, I guess you can build Springles. Alright, Extremis wants to fight over these relics. And they got a little bit of an opportunity to do so before the upgrades come in. A lot of spearmen, but your Ghulams... Honestly, the Ghulams should take care of this whole force. It's a weird fight to take. It's a very weird fight to take. Yeah, the Springolds would help. And Dashzero says, I want to take this fight. He sees the army. And boom. Spears just speared those camels. And here come the Springle shots. In. Camels are through. Onto the back line. Archers have to retreat. Man-at-arms fighting the camels. And here come the Desert Raiders. Scoping them out from the outside. Camel Rider's going to just absolutely obliterate these archers. And it is looking like an Ayubid victory. Those Ghulams doing massive damage to those early man-at-arms. Insane. Insane. And just like that, the Ayubids take the military advantage, and they're about to take that final relic. HRE still making units. Doing a little bit of a comp switch into archers, crossbows. And they've gone back to defend that relic. The HRE needs these relics. Because right now, Extremis already has, what, 2? 2 plus 1 more on the way, so... Alright, you can go home now. You can go home now. No? Okay. Alright. Fight's coming back. But the real question is, what are you fighting over? You know, the relic's gone. You're just fighting to fight. I think the HRE player thinks he can take this. He wants to wipe that army. He's looking for the fight. Ivan player, not so certain. Wants to make sure they have a little more gas in the tank before they hit full send. And so the HRE player will end up with 2 relics. So, good job to Dashzero on securing those last 2 relics, especially with a quick castle from the Ayubid opponent into the Dervish play. So, every little bit helps, and they will technically have a higher income from relics because of the Regnits. The Aachen is staffed appropriately. Now, HRE got a bunch of really interesting buffs recently, not too long ago. They can build monasteries, garrison their priests in the monasteries, and they can inspire the villagers around the monasteries, act like a little miniature Aachen. What was that? That sounded like a camel. Alright, now both these players have not really spread out onto the map at all. There's still this boar here. The HRE player's deer is still there. The middle deer is still there. The boar is kind of useless to the Ayubid player, but he could deny it. He could just kill it to kill it. Ayubid player is starting to sort of spread out a little bit, but the HRE player is just farm transition. They say, I don't need to go anywhere. I got everything I need at home. I don't feel like eating pigs and deer. I want to eat some wheat. Some cereal grains. My whole army's going to march on that stuff. So both players right now just massing armies. Building up and massing armies. HRE's walled off. And we're going to see what kind of response this provokes. And the army is split, so the HRE, if they take this fight, they could probably win it, but they need to get on those Springles. Those Springles are tearing up their infantry. And here come the Knights. On the Springles. Springle 1 goes down. Springle 2 goes down. Springle 3 continues to fire. Nope, it goes down. And the Ayubid army gets cleaned up nicely. Look at that. Look at that. Insane. 5,000 IQ HRE play. And the Camel Riders decide to disengage from burning down the palisade walls. An interesting decision. Hey, don't be scared of that spearman. You can take him. Sounds like a lot of hits. A lot of shots on target. Alright, we are building Manganiques now. Ayubid player seems to be a big fan of the siege. The HRE player seems to be a big fan of killing the Ayubid player's siege. We've got a gold mine coming. HRE, they love their gold. They got 17 on gold right now. The Ayubids have 0 on gold. They don't really care for it. Quite a bit of income, though, from the relics. No sacred sites attempted. Oh, never mind. We do have 2 sacred sites under the control of the Ayubid player, so... It's an interesting strat to only take 2 of the sacred sites, and I say it because, like, not like a bad strat. It might be unintentional, but when you take the 3rd sacred site, now your opponent's like, oh, I gotta go deal with that sacred site stuff. But if you just have 2, that's just 200 gold income per minute, like, for free. And your opponent's like, well, it doesn't matter because they're not about to win the game off that. True, but 3 relics, 2 sacred sites, you're looking pretty good. And there's literally no action over here. No one's doing anything. All right, both players appear to have started getting some blacksmith upgrades. Good stuff. Good stuff. And the Ibid player engages directly into the front of the HRE base. Knights go around and trying to get behind. And they're on the archers. And the archers, oh, these are all archers. Archers and crossbows. That man-at-arms front line is not going to hold forever. The Campbells are doing a great job of debuffing these knights, and they are just tearing them up, tearing them up. Front line down from both players. Neither player has a front line except the Campbells. The Campbells are in. The Campbells are on the archers and crossbows. That's bad news. That's real bad news. No man-at-arms left. So now it's Campbells followed by crossbows, followed by archers. These guys got distracted. They want to shoot that building. That's good news for the HRE player. Kiting down the Campbells, and these Campbells are so low health, they might go down. That guy died. That guy died. This guy's... Oh, that guy's dead. We Uno reversed it. We got more spearmen on the way, crossbows, and archers. And the Ibid player is forced to retreat. To build more Manchiniques once again. Incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. The HRE is now remassing their forces. And we're going to start our farm transition on the Ayubid side. Now, Dashzero has already transitioned to farm, so they're going to be able to mass a little bit quicker during this time. And they got that prelate. Man, they got some good bonuses, man. The HRE, I tell you what, man. What a civ. What a civ, the HRE. Look at the income. Let's look at the income. The difference between these two civs, it's, you know, true the HRE has the villager lead, but at the same time, just from the farm income, they could really do with this horticulture. They're really missing out without having horticulture, man. I'll tell you that much. I'm certain the Ibid player also does not have it. Oh, no, they got horticulture. Good for them. All right. Campbell's rolling out to do something. These knights are going to go do something. They're going to go kill that scout. And, yeah, the knights are going for the sacred sites. So, that's going to die. Murdered. Cut down in the prime of his life. And the dervishes are all gone. There's one dervish left, and he's doing something else. He's not involved in this. He doesn't want any part of this. He's a scholar. He's not a warrior. He's looking for a better life. All right. We got an inspired army here. And a healed army. Military units all buffed on the armor front. Oh! What a dramatic sting. Oh, not only is he going to decap the sacred sites, he's going to take them himself. I guess the scout will go get this one. HRE player appears to be building some siege. Says he's going to go blow up his base. I'm going to go blow up your base there, buddy. Ibid player says, not if I blow you up first. And here comes a pretty nice little army. Let's go tear down the front gate. And this army is a slow-moving army. There is going to be some difficulty in this base. They're going to get a lot of damage done before this army gets here. They're moving. But, I was going to say they might be able to engage onto the back line, but it looks like no. All right, there's one Cable Lancer down. And we've got a melee. Oh, those are some big shots from the Mangonels. Those Mangonels are doing some dirty work. Landsknecht's in here doing Landsknecht stuff. Man-at-Arms in here bashing some skulls. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts. And he knows those Mangonels need to go down. Those crossbows are all going to get... Oh, and he's cooked. He just cooked him. All right, the path is clear. There is no military resistance into the German base. And Manjanique, ooh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Extremis picked it up after what looked to be a bit of a substandard Dark Age. And now he's turned it around militarily. Yeah, emergency repairs work on like one thing at a time, but they don't work if you're burning down the entire base. And HRE needs to take this fight. Not only do they need to take this fight, they need to win this fight. And nice switch back to the regular rocks, off the flaming rocks. And HRE is about to start losing some more troops. Crossbows on the back line. And this will get cleaned up. More on the way. This counterweight trebuchet's firing. You know, gotta do something. Meanwhile, the HRE took all the sacred sites. Yeah, just annihilated upon arrival. Extremis is sort of slowing down on their military production. I think they're getting a little carried away. They only got 4 horsemen in queue. There we go. Now we're queuing up some more spearmen. Now's not the time to take your foot off the gas there, brother. Oh! Damage. That's a lot of damage. Once these houses start going... Look at that. Oh, archery range down. Meanwhile, desperately trying to come back into this. Landsknecks, crossbows, man-at-arms. HRE players throwing everything in the kitchen sink at these Manganiques, trying to get them to stop. Please stop blowing up my base. Please. And it looks like the front line for the Ayyubids is actually starting to melt. Yeah, Gulab's back in queue, but nothing on the field. Only 4 spearmen on the field. One of the Mangonels got taken down. And we're back to firing. This trebuchet is just trying to do something. Still amazed at the amount of production this HRE player is able to push out. These Mangos still just killing. Look at all this damage. This is a slugfest. This is an absolute slugfest. We're going to take out this catapult just to take it out. And the front lines are all dead. Now it's knights, crossbows versus... It's crossbow archer versus crossbow archer. The occasional knights sprinkled into the HRE. The HRE player has, behind this, amassed 3,600 gold. An absolute fortune. Manganique still staying up. I mean, this is one heck of a push. And the HRE player still has all the sacred sites. Ayyubid player is out of food. They are out of food. 1260 a minute, and it's all going straight into the military. HRE player is... Are they turning the tide? They pushed them back a very small amount. Now we got Gulams out. Only archers.
Sid, I like your search tags. Ghost OMG and Grateful are very spot on.
I am grateful. Oh my gosh. And he didn't switch back to the regular rocks. So not going to be doing a ton of damage to that infantry. And yet, here come the reinforcements. Dervish is coming in to give a little healing action. Gulab's hitting a gritty on these archers. Oh, there's damage. The spearmen are just getting annihilated. Archers destroyed. Spearmen do not like it when you hurl massive amounts of rocks at their heads. Look at this. And we're in the base. But still, this production and this resource gathering has not been dealt with. And the same token, the Iron players, same. Still fully pumping everything. Now, both these players, their backsides are entirely undefended. There's nothing back here to stop, like, 2 camels from ruining the HRE's day, right? Like, there's 8. Yeah, and then it's just a slugfest. It's just brutal. Just trying to purely outmass the HRE. And so far, it's working. HRE players still 190 pop space, so blowing these houses up is not going to do as much as he thinks. But the Manganiques have stopped firing. HRE player pulls out a relic. He's going to go for the conversion. He thinks it's only shot. We're going to retreat and regather our forces, the Ivan player. Look at that destroyed value. That's crazy. That's nuts. And the Ivan player says, I know what I need. I need 15 more Manganiques. And as soon as Dashzero gets a second to breathe, he's going to put down a market and buy Imperial. At least I would. Get you a big-ass keep. Okay, that's a bit of a flex. All these guys back here, you didn't want to build a house there. You wanted to build it right here at the front. Tier 3 Golden Age. Production speed is up. So yeah, these units are just going to keep coming faster and faster now. Oh, this could be huge. This could be huge. He got a couple. This could be huge. Oh, he's going for it. He got him. This could be huge. He got him. Look at this guy. And the military has been routed. What a game. What a game. Holy cow, what a game. That was crazy. Back and forth, bing, bong, boom, bong, bang. The Manganiques. I need a cold shower and a cigarette after that one. That was crazy.